All right, let's get started. So, hey, welcome to our club meeting today. Pictures for this week are NC State volleyball versus Duke and NC State baseball versus Duke. We won both of those. It's not Duke, so whatever. Kahoot is coming up. If you haven't signed in, I think I signed everybody in person, except for somebody that just walked in. I don't know. Scan the QR code if you didn't get counted for attendance for sure. If not, we'll go ahead and get started with Kahoot. All right, there's the code, and keep your names appropriate. Oh, not the Devin Carter. Come on, man. Chiefs are bad. We're at Mahomes. I think it's like a pass rate of like 70 right now. It's crazy. All right. Anybody else actively trying? Speak now, forever hold your peace. 3, 2, 1. LeVar Ball. All right. Cool. Yes. Never lost. All right, question 1. Who did NC State football lose to this past weekend? The question was, what was the score? And I figured that would hurt more, so I chose it. I changed it. Question 2. Carmelo Anthony made history last night, passing which NBA great to move into 9th on the all-time scoring list? Shaq, Moses Malone, Dirk, or Wilt? Moses Malone. Next one. Which of the following NHL teams has yet to lose a game so far? Canes, Bruins, Lightning, Kraken. Carolina. Next one. The Penn State Illinois game went to how many overtimes? 3, 5, 7, or 9? 9 overtimes. Because once they got past like the second one, that's when it turned into 2-point conversions, right? Yes. All right, true or false? Braves hold home field advantage versus the Stros in the upcoming World Series. True or false? False. Yeah. The Astros have first 2 and the last 2, if necessary. Next one. Who is NC State's all-time leader in points in football?
The bottom right is my favorite one.
Christopher Dunn got that honor this week. In last week's Monday Night Football game, the Titans unsuccessfully tried to recreate which famous trick play? Statue of Liberty, the Philly Special, Music City Miracle, or the fake spike? Music City Miracle. Did y'all see the Giants do the Philly Special last week? And that was a fantastic catch by Daniel Jones.
Better catcher than Robbie Anderson.
All right, NC State volleyball swept what conference rival on 3-0 on Sunday? We didn't deserve to win sets 1 or 3, but we did. So, sweep. Puts us in that kind of upper tier, beating Duke. Which of these teams was not included in the preseason AP Top 25 for men's basketball? This was not my question, by the way. Most of these up to this point haven't been. No Sparty. Alabama checks in around 10 or 15-ish. What QB is the NFL's all-time leader in interceptions thrown? Joe Namath, Brett Favre, James Winston, but only counting the 2019 season, or Penny.
You had to put the pride of the University of Alabama on there too.
I didn't write that part. I just changed the Joe Namath one. Gonna be honest. Brett Favre. Next one. Which former NBA star is not American? Kareem, Steve, Larry, or Isaiah Thomas? Steve Nash is from north of the border. He's from Canada. Next one. Who currently sits atop of the Premier League table? Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Burnley. Chelsea. All right, 2021 will be the Braves' first World Series appearance since 93, 95, 97, or 99. Need to party like it's 1999. Next one. What city is set to hold the 22 Olympics, making it the first city to host the Summer Olympics and the Winter Games? They hosted the Summer Games in 2008. Hey, I can probably go back to the turn of the century, naming Olympics. Not gonna lie, special talent. Beijing. Besides the Bulls, what other Eastern Conference team is 3-0? Hornets, Warriors, Wizards, Nets. The Hornets. Next one. What country won the biggest rivalry in cricket during the ICC Men's T20 World Cup? The UK, Pakistan, India, or Sri Lanka? Pakistan. You literally had a 50-50 shot, so good try. B takes the lead with 1 to go. NCSU swimming and diving had dominating performance against opponents from what conference? They beat Tennessee 2 weekends ago, I believe, or maybe 3 at this point. They drove all the way down to Auburn to beat Auburn, Kentucky. So I don't know who actually won, so we'll see. 3rd place, Zedric. 2nd, a B. Oh, somebody beat him. Who is it?
Ole out. Ole out. Ole out. Ole out.
Let's assume that's Pat. All right. Oh. So, in case you haven't signed in yet, here's your chance. Scan the QR code. There's also at the end of announcements. I'll let you scan it real quick. All right, moving on. Announcements. Carnegie Mellon, November 6th and 7th. I got word that it may be free, which would be fantastic. So just that kind of a change there. Same stuff as usual. Ohio State's November 12th. That's a week later. The Midwest Sports Analytics Conference is another one that's pretty good. The cost for that is $20. I'm not dropping the links in the chat today. I forgot, but oh well. Women's basketball stats. If you're interested in helping call those games, so the way that kind of works is you'll have 2 people. One person kind of says the game as you're going along, kind of like the announcer goes. Assist by Rainer Perez, 2 points by Alexi Kunain, etc. And the other person will like kind of record it. That's kind of how that goes. If you're interested in doing that, email Maddie Smith for more information. Her email address is right there. Where we're at to get fed. That's one of the things for homecoming this week. So there's a lot of new people on campus, whether you're a sophomore, or freshman, or you're a transfer or grad student. So if you wear an NC State shirt, it doesn't have to be red. It just has to be spelling NC State. You can get free food on Stafford Commons. It starts at noon, even though I got there at 12:30 and they were out. So be sure to be there before noon so you can get in line and get free food this week. Zaxby's. Today was Gumby's. Later this week is the cookie place. Thank you. And then there's some other ones that are pretty good too. Next one. Any questions about announcements? No. Cool. So we've done all these tutorials. Now what are we doing? Another competition. So this is fun. Any guesses on who it's with? Pat? What's up? Who? No, not Chapel Hill.
Can I say my guess?
Yeah.
Clemson.
It's not Clemson. It is the Dukies. Chapel Hill doesn't have a club. I would have invited them. So our competition we're calling it the Triangle Scouting Analysis Analytics Competition. So you're going to have teams of 3 to 5 people, and you're going to pick a player or a team from one of the 2 schools, whether it's NC State or Duke, to choose to analyze. So you're going to create an analytically based scouting report type presentation. So this can be whether it's on a certain player or a team from the past or the present. For example, if I wanted to do Daniel Jones, if I want to pick Duke, I prefer us go with NC State because we're NC State, but do your own. If we want to do Russell Wilson, I could use the big data ball data from last year to do some kind of report on him, like let's say how he scrambles or whatever. So we're going to present this presentation November 30th, which is a Tuesday. It's different than our normal meeting time because Duke usually meets on Tuesday. We wanted to be nice. It's going to be on a Zoom call between the 2 clubs. So there will be a time limit for these presentations. That's why we have the groups of 3 to 5. So we're not on the call for 4 hours, maybe limit it to 1 or 2 hours. That time limit will be somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, depending on the number of teams. So your presentation is going to be get in, present, get out pretty quick. So goals for today. Obviously, you need to get your team together, teams of 3 to 5. Decide on the player or team you want to research. So if you want to research the team that won the national championship from here, NC State basketball, by all means go ahead. But also just know we all want one group to do a certain team or person. So keep that in mind. Let me know these things so I can kind of make a list of who's working with who and obviously what people are doing so we don't have too many conflicts or whatever. Like I said, I also want to help if I need to. And if you have time, which we should, because we've gone kind of fast at this point, start finding the data that you can use. So if you do an old team such as the Cardiac Pack, that data might be a little bit hard to find. Basketball Reference will probably have some, but just a heads up, we need to go ahead and get going because we have our schedule for the rest of the semester, and we don't have much time to do this. So today we have our introduction to the Duke competition. It's kind of what we just did, and we're going to do for the rest of this meeting. Next week, no meeting. There's a men's basketball scrimmage. Go to that. We're a sports club, so go to sports. 11-8 is our next meeting. Nick Kapoor is one of the SAC founders, and he's an analyst for the LA Dodgers. So obviously keep the jokes at a low level when he comes. That meeting's going to be on Zoom, so be sure and Zoom in when we can. Obviously, I'll send this out again. No meeting 11-15 because there's a women's basketball game versus Towson. If you and your group don't want to go to the women's basketball game and you want to meet up and work on the project, that's totally fine. I just won't be here to help you because I will be at the game. 11-22 will be our next meeting after that. That'll be for the Duke competition. They'll be like, all right, everybody has most of their stuff together. Let's finalize kind of some slides and stuff. Then 11-30 will be our actual competition with Duke. If we need to meet the 29th, we can do that because that's the Monday and the competition is the Tuesday. I just don't have it listed on there for now because I think we can get it done before then. Does that make sense to everyone? That was kind of fast, and I'll go back through some slides later. But any questions before we kind of end the Zoom call? If you didn't get a chance to sign in, be sure and sign in. Any questions over Zoom for those people? You can type it in the chat and I'll read it. All right. That being said, we're going to end the Zoom call. So if you're watching this on YouTube, that's very short. So see y'all next time.